Good morning, esteemed viewers. Once again, I would say you're welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. I'm Christian Chico on this wonderful channel program, Sorry for that delay and technical issue we are having this morning. Let's move straight to the newspaper headlines. But remember, today, all eyes on Nnamdi Kanu'S trial. All eyes, all the world, all the peoples in the world are watching, anticipating over what will happen at the Abuja High Court sitting in Lagos, in Nigeria, in Abuja, the High Court in Abuja. What will happen at the Nnamdi Kanu'S trial? Ohaneze, and it was, however, maligned by different activities. As we look into the papers this morning, we are going to see what happened. Daily Sun newspaper this morning. Let's focus on the Daily Sun. Kanu's absence in court will escalate protest, agitation. Lawyer warns federal government. Kanu's absence in court today will escalate protest, agitation. Lawyer warns federal government. Dialogue with agitators. CNPP urges federal government. Southeast governors. Dialogue with agitators. CNPP warns, urges federal government and Southeast governors. UK mobilizes monarchs, religious leaders on girl child education. UK mobilizes monarchs, religious leaders on girl child education. As answers protest in Lagos, Abuja, Cross River, others. Youths defy police march on Lekki toll gate. 4 arrested, road blocked in Cross River. Youth defy police march on Lekki toll gate. 4 arrested, road blocked in Cross River. Nobody was killed at 2020 Lekki toll gate protest. FG insists that nobody was killed at Lekki toll gate October last year. FG insists, demands apologies from CNN, Amnesty International. Demands apologies from CNN, Amnesty International. Prosecute erring security officers, CSOs tells FG. Prosecute erring security officers, CSOs tells FG. PDP governors meet over convention. PDP governors meet over convention. Party screens Ayu, Oyinola, 29 others for National Working Committee seats. Will reclaim lost ground, says Nnamani. Bandits abduct 13 passengers in Niger State. Bandits abduct 13 passengers in Niger State. Police finger ESN IPOB in Imo Monarchs killing. For police finger ESN IPOB in Imo Monarchs killing, says council didn't notify security about meeting. Saraki accuses FG of failure to resolve police brutality. Saraki accuses FG of failure to resolve police brutality. Nigeria, Turkey signed MOU on energy, defense, mining, others. Nigeria, Turkey signed MOU on energy, defense, mining, others. Kaduna wants federal government to declare bandits, kidnappers, terrorists, El-Rufai. Kaduna wants federal government to declare bandits, kidnappers, terrorists, El-Rufai. We have the nation this morning. Lagos to enforce compulsory health insurance for residents. Lagos to enforce compulsory health insurance for residents. Nigeria, Turkey signed pact on mining defense. Nigeria, Turkey signed pact on mining defense. $5 billion trade volume planned. $5 billion trade volume planned. 888 killed. 2,553 abducted in Kaduna within 9 months. 888 killed. 2,553 abducted in Kaduna only within 9 months. PDP governors, OK Anyanwu as secretary. PDP governors, OK Anyanwu as secretary. Anambra 2021. I won't discriminate, says Ozigo. I won't discriminate, says Ozigo. Anambra Central to vote for APC. Anambra Central to vote for APC. Physically challenged, loud INEC special attention. On main headline on the nation this morning, government psychiatric drug test mandatory for security men. Psychiatric drug test mandatory for security men. Minister list as answers response measure. Protest in Lagos, FCT, Ibadan, Osogbo, Benin, Jos, Akure, Enugu, Ilorin. Protests yesterday went on in Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, Osogbo, Benin, Jos, Akure, Enugu, and Ilorin. That is it for today. Let's move on to our review this morning. I have Mr. Chigozie here this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
How are you?
Thank God that we are alive today.
Okay, let's start with this. Government psychiatric drug test mandatory for security men.
Not just the security men, but including the president and the governors and the legislative chambers. So we're subjected to psychiatric test because the manner and the way which they conduct the legislative functions and even the art of governance presupposes that they are they are not acting in the
Interest.
not just in the interest, but they are not acting as a normal human being because a normal human being cannot operate in such manner. Imagine when you have billions of dollars in foreign banks, while your country, your people, the youths are roaming the streets, frustrated, depressed. You see, yesterday was just a commemoration of the sad events that happened in Nigeria, where the youth were killed and some are still living in denial. Some were sponsored to make rubbish. Of course, God will punish their generation. It's very unfortunate. So not just uh, subjected to mental tests, they should be subjected to, if at all their brain is still there, because it's very unfortunate. What is this a country? Even in animal setting, you see, there is orderliness. You see, everyone minds its domain. Minds is respects other people's domain and all that. But yeah, there is no respect for the rule of. There is no respect for even the citizens. So in fact, the better for them, I think. But the issue is that such process will be compromised.
Okay.
Because you imagine somebody that is a addict, drug addict, coming to become the president. You know the person. Uh, you see, he's a drug addict coming to become the president of Nigeria. So how do you expect, in fact, he will turn everybody to a cocaine smoker? Eh? And he will do nothing but to promote that. You by then when you inhale cocaine and come here, and I inhale cocaine, you know what will happen? You see, you will become
my worry is that even though do have psychiatric centers
that is the problem. I said that it will be compromised. That is a very intelligent question. Do we have a facility that can administer all this? No. The question is no. So maybe we will recommend the local one where they will be given some lashes so that those knots could be tightened. It's very unfortunate in a situation where a drug addict, a drug baron, is aspiring to become the president of Nigeria. What will happen? This one now one chance. Nigeria, Mr. Felix, Ebola. You are just carrying bag everywhere. Your shoe, your soap dish, everything is there because you are planning for eventuality. Anything can happen.
Okay.
And it's very unfortunate.
Let's assess yesterday's protest. What is the assessment of what happened yesterday? The NSAS protest.
You see, as I affirmed yesterday, there is nothing new. We are not expecting anything different from the usual way which Nigerian security agents conduct their activities. You can see how I watched that. Is it a mortuary? They brought a mortuary without any ventilation. You can see that. Is it a cargo? Whether they are carrying goods. I was imagining, is it human beings they are pushing into this? Only heat, the intense of the heat coming from that place will even suffocate the person. I said, was this actually meant for human beings? Or was it even animals cannot, I mean, survive in such a van or whatever you call it? Is it, will that be a villain? But I don't understand. And you see the way they are maltreating, inflicting physical injury, mental and psychological torture to the support citizens only on the basis that you came out to protest or to mark the 1 year remembrance of the atrocity, the worst atrocious event in the history of mankind. Look at, they say over 800 died in Kaduna. When they report 800, they multiply it by certain factor. It's very unfortunate. So, you see, people were arrested, molested, harassed, and assaulted. And nobody can talk about that. You have the video clips, evidence to that. It's very unfortunate. And in fact, of course, the community of nations are watching what is unfolding. And someone who lives in diaspora will be still combating for one Nigeria. On what basis? You don't know that the next supposed president of Nigeria are drug addicts. You know them, and they are coming to inflict more pain. You better come home and so that you can enjoy the dividends of democracy that is coming. But the more Nigeria,
What dividend?
the more,
Do you see any dividend of?
well, no, the dividend now is the killing. You see, in Kaduna State, over 800 was reported dead. So that is the dividend. The more blood
Sure.
is taken to their blood bank, eh? Blood heart bank, so that they can suck, like the likes of Felix can feed on people's blood, canvassing for one Nigeria. It's very unfortunate.
Okay.
It's very, very unfortunate.
Today is Kanu is supposed to be in court today. A lawyer said Kanu's absence in court will escalate protest. Agitation. Lawyer wants federal government. Kanu's absence in court will escalate protest and agitation.
Without mentioning words, I'm very frank. If Kanu is not produced in the court today, it means Nigeria is calling for anarchy. Is calling for people to revolt. Because no, this one, they say water don't pass Gary. This is an affront, is an assault, is a deliberate attempt to intimidate not just Mazim Nnamdi Kanu, but the entire Igbo race. You see, he's an illustrious son of the Igbo people, the Igbo race, and should not be treated as an outcast. So if Kanu is not brought to court today, I would take it as an assault, as an attack on me personally. Not on the basis that I belong to IPOB, but on the basis that he is my uncle. He is somebody I respect so much, irrespective of the position of the Nigerian state, because I understood his antecedent and what he stood for.
Okay.
He stood for the emancipation of humanity. So if he's not brought to court today, I will vote against the Nigerian state, because this is unbecoming, and we cannot take it. It is now an attack. It's now a genocide intentionally sponsored against the Igbo race. So we cannot watch our hands. We can't fold our hands and watch that sort level of insult. It's an insult. Who is by numerical value? Who is a full animal to challenge an Igbo person? They are minorities. They are not part of the Nigerian formation. So it's an affront on the Igbo people that are numbers over 70 million or more. So we cannot take it. It's very unfortunate. And well, we hope that they will not fall into that trap. And whatever happens, if they do, they should take responsibility. And people will not be blamed, because, of course, there is anger in the air. I wouldn't have been here if not that I have an obligation to participate in this morning show. because I am not happy as you see me,
Okay.
because I'm affected by that. And in fact, as an Igbo man, as an Igbo illustrious son of an Igbo man, I'm not happy.
Okay.
We have suffered so many loss, insults, and marginalization in this country.
Okay. Thank you very
So
much.
nobody can parade or conduct himself to be as the first citizen while others are treated as third class citizens. Is unacceptable, and we must stand against that.
Okay.
It must not happen again.
Okay.
Otherwise, even the 1 month lockdown will just be a child's play.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie. Well spoken, Mr. Chigozie. I have Mr. Charles this
God
morning.
bless you.
Mr. Charles, good morning.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Mr.
Do you
Christian.
want to respond to anything you just said?
Chigozie have just said it all. Chigozie have just said it all.
That if Nnamdi Kanu is not producing court today.
Yes, like I said yesterday, if he's not producing court today, the government itself is calling for, is the one inviting war. Because you cannot tell me as in, you said I stole something and you took me to court. You need to bring me out to court so that I will say out, I will voice out my mind and tell the whole world that this is what I did, this is what I did not. You understand my point? So, but like my brother rightfully said, Chigozie, who is a Fulani man in the formation of this country to keep on ruling an Igbo man, telling an Igbo man what to do and what not to do?
So you have your leaders.
But my brother,
You have your leaders.
my brother, the leadership you are talking about,
They are
what kind
Igbo
of-
men.
So, but most of them have just failed the Igbo land. They have failed the Igbo race. They have failed everybody. They are not there. They are not there for the Igbos. They are there for their own selfish interests. Look at a lot of them. Look at somebody like Oboniano doing one or two things. It's from my maternal home, Ebonyi State, I think. Cross carpet, simply because he wants to gain something from Buhari. What are you achieving? And you are selling your own brothers. So, my brother, the truth of the matter is very simple. If the federal government wants peace to reign, the best thing for them is also bring out this Nnamdi Kanu. Let him go to court and be tried. But for you to keep on hiding him, okay, last time he was supposed to be appearing in court, you didn't bring him out today. And the rumor, people are saying that he's not going to appear in court. For what? You have to bring him out. You have to bring him for the whole world to see if really this man is still alive. Are you getting me?
I think
Yes,
looking at it, maybe it seems he's still alive.
that is just it.
Yeah, I
But the
think
truth of the
it's
matter,
alive.
they should bring him out. That is just my take.
Okay, assessment of yesterday's SARS protest.
I told you yesterday I would go to Lekki. I went to Lekki. I was at Lekki yesterday. So a lot of things happened. When you see Black Maria, a lot of Black Maria that was not even meant for cows and goats, they were busy, putting in citizens, youths, young Nigerians inside that particular place of which they were not meant to be there. These are people they are just out there to tell the whole world that they were not happy on what really happened a year ago. Some people were killed. Most of them that are there, their loved ones were involved, their brothers, their sisters, and friends. They came out in masses to protest, and you are there arresting them. One of them was even shot. Are you getting me? Now, why are you doing that? In a Western world, protest is among the way you tell the whole government that you are not happy with it. Even if you are doing it in a Western world, the government will be the one to safeguard you. Those are brothers in UK, America, and different places. They will testify to that. But in Nigeria, our own case is different. When you are protesting towards your life. So yesterday protest was. It was something else, my brother.
Okay, let's look at government psychiatric drug test mandatory for security men.
Which security men?
Me, I suggest even Nigerians, everybody, people are not feeling fine in Nigeria.
So you mean hold on, my brother. Hold on, Christian. You mean this is the problem, Nigeria? This is the problem we are having in this
Nigerians
country?
are not feeling fine.
My brother, you know the problem, Nigerians. You as you are standing here, you are hungry. Do you know you are hungry? As you are standing here, psychiatry or not psychiatry, this is not our problem. This is not our problem. The government knows what is really meant for us. They knows our problem. What's my business with Most of the security men should undergo a mandatory
Because the way they
psychology. What are they? That is,
citizens.
my brother. That is none of that is none of my business. But that is not, in a real sense of it, where a government knows what it's doing. They are not supposed to be talking about something like this. They should be putting on how to arrange some unemployment in the country. Infrastructural facilities are
I
not there.
believe this is as a result of police brutality.
What brutality are we talking about, my brother? This is not the problem of Nigerians. This is not a problem. How many unemployment are there? How many people are dying of hunger there? And you are telling me that all you want to spend billions upon billions of naira. Do you know how much? Do you know that the person that has been assigned to take charge of this has been assigned about doesn't with billions upon billions of dollars to do this? These are things that you will use to create jobs for youth. Every now and then, you are a graduate. You just graduated from school. You find out that most of your friends, most of them, they don't have job doing. I don't know if
I mean, the ones that have jobs, they are not really gainfully employed.
Thank you. A lot of them. So these are things the government should be fighting. Look at the country whereby we are the sole partners, the one giving other country lights. We cannot even boast of a single electricity. You know, for 1 week, for 2 days, you cannot boast of electricity in this country. And you're telling me that mandatory, what do you call it, drug test for security men? These are our problem. My brother, this is not our problem, please. It's not our problem.
Well, let's look at Nnamdi Kanu arraigned in court today. What do you think?
Well,
Nnamdi Kanu, I think I asked you that question.
yes.
Okay, let's look at the assessment of NSAS protest.
I don't talk about.
Okay, let's also look at this. Kaduna wants federal government to declare bandits, kidnappers, terrorists.
Kaduna won federal government.
Yes, that's from Erufai.
So it's not Erufai. Maybe this is a time for him to just wake up from sleep, because I think Erufai is the bandit himself. Erufai is a kidnapper himself.
You can,
even if I don't have evidence, my brother, I stayed in Kaduna, I stayed in Zaria. This is somebody that you know very well. This is somebody that, my brother, when you go to Kaduna, if you mount your church here in Kaduna, Zaria to be precise, if you put speaker and then you are praying, the next thing they will do, they'll just come and shut that church. Why are they doing that? You're infringing some fundamental human rights, freedom of worship among the citizens, of which you're not supposed to do that. Now, why is it now that Erufai is trying to tell the whole federal government that they should come into declaring bandits and kidnappers in the state? Why? Is it trying to play games with people or what? This is something that you're supposed to. This is something that this man is supposed to have done since, but he's not doing it. But now, they are doing it now, all in the name. Maybe you want to siphon claim. Maybe tomorrow you keep on telling the whole world that you want to become the president of this country, so that you tell the whole world. Meanwhile, this thing has been happening. It's been rampaging your state for years. How many people were killed in Kaduna? Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Some days ago. Now, you are not trying to tell me that I was just walking around the street now. A 74 years old man was kidnapped. When you go towards that Acme now, the poster, somebody's here. They are a missing man. They are looking for him. He was kidnapped. Now, these are things the government should put in place for long. But why are you doing it now? Why are you doing it now? There's tension all over, and you are telling me that you want to fight bandits, you want to fight kidnappers. Erufai knows what to do. He knows the right thing to do in Kaduna State, but he's not doing it. Now it's getting too late for him. It's getting too late for him that he's now trying to come out and tell the whole world that they need to come out and start fighting bandits for what?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Charles. I have Mr. Felix, one and only Mr. Felix. Good morning, Mr. Felix.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I just have to talk on my namesake that said I swear on the oath that I will never come on this platform. Well, at times we talk from annoyance. At times we talk because when you air your view, people are not want to listen to your view. People call you all sort of names. You understand? You react to some certain issues the way it comes. I've actually spoken after then. I've spoken on this platform
like twice.
Twice, and I didn't say I was never going to come. What I said was that nobody pays me. I come here on my own volition. That nobody is paying me to talk. That's my take.
Okay, let's look at psychiatric drug test mandatory for security men. What is your take on that?
Ha. It's a very serious matter. Oh. A very serious matter. Well, for government worker, why are they coming up with these issues?
You see police brutality, the way police handle cases.
Well,
See what happened yesterday at the protest.
what happened is that when they give command, the police are supposed to carry it with an intelligent way of doing things, not the way they see things. They handle it anyhow. That's why I say most of them we go for psychiatric tests, which does not correlate with what is happening. The so-called the police people are also frustrated. The situation and the economy of Nigeria is affecting them. Some of them are barely able to feed 3 square meals. Some of them, their uniform are being purchased on credit.
Their uniform have been purchased
on credit. They will go and purchase it on
you
credit.
Know that the Nigerian government
I will tell you, the one the Nigerian government gives to them is the first time they want to get into power. After that, they are the one that will get their uniform. Because there's no continuity in Nigerian government. When you ask, is it every year that Nigerian government provide them uniform? No. In their budget, what they provide are the new people intake. That's my take about that, sir.
So you agree that they need to undergo psychiatric drug test?
Well, they need to undergo psychiatry. Then again, they need to build, go back to the police college, the NDAs, and give them a course that is called orientation, a proper orientation of the society. Let them do comparison between Nigeria and the other worlds. How do police people react when there is protest? How do they react? Do they react harshly, or do they protect the people, or they brutalize the people? They should include that in their curriculum activity.
Okay, Kanu's absence in court will escalate protest agitation. Lawyer warns FG.
Well, first and foremost, from what I see, if the federal government decide to bring Nnamdi Kanu to court, the federal government have the right. You understand? They have the right.
The right to
the DSS and the rest in their custody can come up with an excuse that it cannot come because of due to
coming up with an excuse is different from having a right. If the court pronounces that
they should provide them, they will definitely, and they will
have the right to keep him.
They will produce him. But as at now, let us see. It's not speculation whether they will bring in Nnamdi Kanu or not. I heard Chigozie saying that if they don't bring him to court, heaven will fall, earth will fall. I'm just laughing at him. This government is saying they are very brutal. This government, if they don't bring in Nnamdi Kanu, there's nothing anybody can do.
But that's tyranny. That's impunity.
The government we have there, what is it? What do you think? What would they do? Our president is a military man to the call. He's just wearing khaki. Since this democratic dispensation, the two civilians we have are Yaradua and Jonathan. They have that woman sympathy. They have that knowledge. Buhari is a military man to the call. Whatever you tell him, he will not listen to anybody.
But is that supposed to be so?
Is it not what the people voted? Is it not what the people voted? The people voted Buhari. They voted Buhari. And that's why he's the president of Nigeria. We only have 1 year, 8 months for him to go. 1 year, 8 months for him to go.
What do you expect from the federal government to do in relation to this court case? What do you expect from the federal government?
The federal government will just say, let the judiciary take their part. Let them play their part. That is what the federal government will say. But they will just tell the judiciary, they will say, this man is not going to leave that place until after 2023. Go and mark my word.
Okay.
Go and mark my word. Nnamdi Kanu will not live there to the end of Buhari's tenure. The Easterner can be fighting left and right. This man that is there, he's a call soldier man to the call. A call soldier man to the call.
In fact, a military man, does it give you the room to obey law? Being a military man, does it give you the impetus to disobey law?
Do you know what Nigerian constitution says?
Because I don't think Buhari is the only military man. We have other military men like
Obasanjo ruled us, he was a military man. Yeah. Whenever he gives command, nobody challenges command.
But he obeys God orders.
In most cases.
Unlike Buhari.
In most cases.
Unlike Buhari, he obeys.
In most cases. Let me call your attention to something. If during Obasanjo, when he says he will call the judge, this is what I want, they will obey him. No judiciary disobeyed Obasanjo's order then. And our constitution is 40. They call him Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Buhari removed this former justice, this man from Bayelsa, Onoge. He removed him. They removed him. If you don't dance to their tone, they will remove you. That is just to tell you, there is too much power invested in our president. Our president has too much power that nobody can challenge his authority. If you challenge his authority, you will find yourself in DSS custody.
What do you think should be done to all this system?
What should be done to this system is that let us not vote anybody that have military background. Let us vote people that have civilian background to the call.
Somebody mentioned drug addicts.
He does not have any evidence. Okay. If he says he's a drug addict, he does not have any evidence.
Did he mention any name?
Everybody knows now. Everybody knows who he is talking to.
Who is he talking to?
He should answer. He knows who he's talking to.
Help me understand. Let me know.
Don't put words into my mouth. He knows who he's talking to. He was once his pal. And that's why he called him a drug addict.
Who is the drug addict?
He knows who he said he was a former governor of Lagos State.
No, he didn't say he was former governor of Lagos State.
He's his friend now. He knows him very well.
Former governor of Lagos State.
That
is
I don't know. There are a lot of them.
I don't know former Lagos State.
And there are a lot of them. We have Ambode.
We have
and they have about 4 or 5 of them. Okay, let's tell them. He's talking to Jagaba. But he was not bold enough to call his name.
No, he needs.
This is the person that is saying he wants freedom. He wants to go. He's afraid to talk.
Okay.
I want to say this. My brother Chigozie, let me tell you the truth. It's high time you have to come out and tell ourselves reality. If you say the truth, you will die. If you don't say the truth, you will still die. Let me tell you the truth. Fighting for Biafra will not solve the problem of Nigeria. Before you form a country, it's going to take some months. Who is going to fund the Biafra state? Who are the people that is going to fund the Biafra state? Let us look inward. See, the issue on ground is that you people are not united yet to go yet.
Who are the people?
The Biafras, they are not united enough to go yet. Let them be under.
Compare the unity of Nigeria and the unity of Biafra.
Biafra are not united now.
Compare Nigeria's unity and Biafra's unity. Compare them.
Well, if you compare it, Nigeria unity is more better than that of Biafra.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Does anyone have anything to counter? Okay. Give him 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes.
Nigeria's unity better than that of Biafra's unity.
He called me his brother. Well, on the basis that, I respect him as a humanity and as a man, but not as a Nigerian. So, if you say we are not united, then why not allow us to do our thing the way we feel? So why are you so interested in our unity? You better face your problem. We are not here to solve Nigerian problem, but you are here to reveal to the world what is happening and the possible way out of this problem. So we can't continue in this mess. It's a total mess. It's a total system failure, and the only way is Biafra and Oduduwa. Let everybody pass their ways.
Because you have Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Okay, what's your assessment of yesterday's protest? The conduct of the police and the conduct of the protesters. What's your assessment?
Okay, I think looking at the conduct of the protesters, they conform within the ambits of the law, and it was not violent by any standard.
There was a law stopping them from protesting.
There is no law in Nigeria currently.
Okay, there was a directive.
Nobody have power to give the directive we are talking about. Nobody have power to give such directive.
It's not backed by law.
Even the police, even IG of police do not have the right. Even Mr. President, Muhammad Buhari do not have the right to tell me not to protest or any other Nigerian not to protest, as long as you are doing it within the ambit of the law. The reason you know is, look at everybody that is arrested. You see that eventually they release them without arraigning them in court. It is because they don't have any law to prosecute them. There's one journalist that was arrested in Osun or so, where they charged him. They charged the man that he was taking video coverage of activity of a DPO and the police. The judge was challenging the police to tell him the portion of the section of the constitution where it is a crime to record activities of policemen. They were embarrassed. They had no option than to apply to withdraw the case. The judge eventually struck the case out. So, ab initio, the approach of the government and Nigerian police show you a government and a police that have penchant for abnormality. Because how can you, people are talking about protests, you are threatening that nobody should come to Lekki Tollgate, nobody should protest, and if they do it, we are going to arrest and do all that. Why should we be threatening to, we have been saying it, the same constitution that gives effect to the office of Mr. President, that same constitution gives effect to Nigerians to embark on peaceful protests. And if the government know that they are not comfortable with peaceful protests being in the constitution, they should approach the National Assembly with a bill to repeal it.
Okay.
As long as it is in the constitution, we have right to exercise it. Then I like what the protesters did. They were matured. They conducted themselves in orderly manner. Even in Lagos, they were driving in a convoy. Because the police are taking over Lekki Tollgate. So they decided to start driving the convoy and still register, because the whole essence is to register their grievance. Now, what baffles me and what annoys me most is the position of the federal government, as presented by the Honorable Minister of Culture, Information and Culture. I'm talking about Lab Mohammed.
Yeah, you said
where he was saying that
nobody was killed.
The massacre was a phantom killing, that there was nothing of such. But again, I think he's trying to play gimmick. Why have I said so? Go and look at the chief coroner of Lagos. I'm talking about Justice Mojisola Dada. He made a public announcement in October or so in 2020, where he asked everyone that have lost his loved ones to visit Lagos State Teaching Hospital for the purpose of claiming the corpse. And he said they should endeavor to go there between 19th and 27th of October. Consequent upon that, Parliament made an inquiry and discovered that over 98 corpses were dumped in different mortuaries across Lagos State. And this is as a result of people that were killed. I'm not saying all of them were killed at Lekki Tollgate, but in different parts of Lagos State. What I'm saying is on record, you can go and verify it. I read it in Premium Times, I read it in Punch, and all that. So it beats every imagination to see a government representative coming to say that there was no massacre. The best they could have done is to investigate who did what for the purpose of sanctioning and bringing people to justice. Because if you do that, it will act as a deterrent to others. We've had a situation where Amnesty International has spoken loudly about it through their investigation. We have a situation where even the renowned media organization, CNN, did a documentary of how the military personnel moved from either Bonny Camp or so, all the route they followed until they arrived at Lekki Toll Gate. They went further to even identify the country for where they bought those ammunitions. So what could be more convincing that a government representative is coming on air to ridicule the government? Because globally, I think what they're doing, they know what they're doing, is to untwist the outcome of the panel in Lagos State. Because by the time the government is already speaking towards a direction, it will prejudice the outcome of that panel.
Okay.
I think that's what they are trying to do.
One more question, Mr. Kanu's absence in court will escalate protests today. What's your take on that?
For me, I think it is honorable for DSS to produce Kanu in court. The reason is this. You have accused him severally of sponsoring killing in the southeast, in the country. You have accused IPOB of being responsible for all the mayhem, all the wanton destruction of life and property in the southeast. And you have proscribed IPOB. Now, he has been arrested, he's in custody. So they say he's innocent or proven otherwise by a court of competent jurisdiction. So the right thing and the honorable thing for the government to do is to ventilate their opinion in the court with evidence and let the judge do the needful. But the situation where you go to court, the government, or rather the DSA, will be giving flimsy excuse for not producing in court. I think it's a worrisome situation. And if you look at the issues that should bother government most, they are not giving the attention. I will not fail to mention this. Why will Nigerian government, after signing an agreement with American government over the 12 Tucano jets that were recently purchased with about $496 million US, why will they enter agreement that you can only use that aircraft? I'm talking about the A-29 Super Tucano jet. You can only use it on our territory, border, and against terrorists. And you cannot use it against bandits. And here we are, in fairness to the two chambers of National Assembly, they have advised and passed a resolution and advised Mr. President to designate and proscribe bandits
kidnappers
as terrorist organizations, so that it will pave way for our military to use that air platform to decimate them. The way it stands, if Nigeria deploy that Tucano jets in the theater of operation in areas where you have bandits, they will be going against the agreement they signed with America.
Okay.
And if they do that, America may sanction Nigeria. So conclusively, what I'm saying is that the government is not sincere against the fight against banditry. There is more to it. Otherwise, I don't see why Mr. President will be delaying and tagging bandit terrorists. Because when you look at it, look at IPOB, look at bandits or banditry. As at the time IPOB was proscribed, can you point to any violent activity attributed to IPOB? I don't think so. But look at all the indices that makes an organization terrorist. Boss by boss, bandits have ticked all of them. So why the delay in designating and proscribing IPOB so that the military can use that maximum force against them?
Okay.
So for me, the government should do more.
Thank you very much. I have good morning. Good morning, sir. Let me raise this up so that you can. Okay. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine. It's very great.
Yesterday was the NSAS protest. I want to assess what happened yesterday. What's your assessment?
Good morning, everyone. Good Nigerian. I'm presenting these to good people of Nigeria, formed by 80% of the agitated youth. You see, they perform wonderfully well. They conduct themselves within the ambit of the law of Nigeria. Actually, I'm not surprised with the police attitude. Despite the protest was even involving in the way they're handling policing in Nigeria. You see, the police in Nigeria cannot change their attitude.
Cannot change. Yeah.
Yes, You see, that is why the protest is even sad and sad. But there are many indices that indicate the situation of Nigeria that caused that protest. It's just the title that we raise. The main causes is the situation in Nigeria, where the economy is totally collapsed. The inflation rate is not stagnant. Is in the two-digit extreme, where you cannot predict what you can meet in the next 2 or 3 days. You see, the protest yesterday has even shows the kind of government we have. You know, when we are in a Abacha era, we thought that is the worsted government we have seen. We don't even know that it's just a twist of an eye. See what is happening in Nigeria today. And this is government you are seeing, headed by Muhammad Buhari, enjoy this protest during Jonathan. They went all the way to Ojota, him and Tinubu and Co. They displayed a lot of things. The government then, I knew that is the real government we have been experiencing before. And Jonathan has did wonderfully well. He allowed the citizens to perform their civic rights. Because that protest you are seeing is your fundamental right. Nothing can touch it. It's not even Nigerian law, it's an international law. So if you said you are preventing people to exercise their right, that means we are experiencing bad government, brutality, all sort of nonsense we have been experiencing in Nigeria is caused by this government. And you see, they gain that popularity through these means.
Through the media, through
these protests, convincing Nigerians that they want to come in and give them a lot of goodies.
Better life.
You see, they came in through all these hypocrites, and Nigeria fall into their hands. We've won them when they want to vote for these nuisance. He has done it in 1984.
1984, yes.
We experienced all these nuisance, experienced a lot of rubbish.
But the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu came and told us that he's the savior.
Who?
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
He said what?
He is the savior. That Buhari is the savior.
And you've seen the clarity that is a savior. For us to turn us to this mess, he's a savior. Turn to, when you are talking of Tinubu, to him, he's a savior because he's benefit from this trash. He's benefit from it.
Okay, let's look at what's your take on Nnamdi Kanu'S trial today? If it's not producing court, they are saying there will be.
This is the same thing we are talking about. When you are not giving a fair hearing, you are stepping on somebody's right. You must have a fair hearing. Why can't you just keep somebody and hiding on no conditions? I don't know the FCs of the crime is committed. You have to produce him. Let him have a fair hearing. Let's see what is happening. Don't tell us what is not. Why are you hiding him? Are you kidding? Is that the government we are running now?
Okay, what do you think is the way forward now?
The only way forward is for Nigerians, all Nigerians, to stand on their feet, to lace out all these nuisance government, all these flawless governments. Let them off. Let's put them out by force, by fire. It might claim lives because even you are not dying, you are dying silently. Is it the economic times you are not dying? Is it insecurity? You see, no, let me load. Just tell me any sectors of economy that is not collapsing now. Then what is it? For us to stand for a better future, we have to fight for our rights.
Flush out all these old leaders. Flush them out. Abi?
Not all the leaders are bad. Let's just be sincere. I think when we are in Abacha era, Nigeria was in a total mess that we thought then. Now then, Obasanjo came in and restructured Nigeria, get it to a track back by some of the loan being lifted out. Communication sector has been reformed to the extent that we are not facing all those mess. We can remember that Nigeria was getting to
progressing.
Yes, the democracy was taking the pace, if it is not even to the peak. But yes, we are in the right direction then. People are electing their leader. Even some extent, there are some little fouls here and there, but we are hoping for better. But now we got to that extent, we're supposed to be progressing. We are not digressing. When we cannot use what is they called electronics at this jet age. Oh, it's barbaric, it's very worrisome. Why can some government that is not thinking in the developing direction be still in power? And somebody will still campaigning for such party. No.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
It's barbaric.
Your name, sir?
Thank you very much. Yeah,
I appreciate
welcome.
your comment. Sorry, let me just. There's a link that is posted on the live chat. Please click on that link to be part of the program. Click on that link and join. Then we can view live and you can comment on today's topic. I have my wonderful analyst here, Mr. Kunle.
Hello.
Is it clear for line?
Yeah, Kunle Akintunde, Nahota Afolayan this time around. Good morning, Christian. We appreciate the good work you are doing here.
Thank God.
And God will keep giving you strength to withstand all the pressures. Yeah.
Amen. Let's look at Kaduna wants federal government to declare bandits, kidnappers, terrorists. That is from L5.
I think the message is coming too late.
It's coming too late.
It's coming too late, right? Everybody know, even an infant know that there's a new kid. I mean, there's a new kid on the block now. And who are the new kids? They are the terrorists that has been terrorizing this country for a while. So for Mr. El-Rufai to be saying that, he himself should be held responsible for not be able to secure the states properly. Because what I've been hearing now is the religious nepotism on him. He has to clear that. The Christian Southern Kaduna people that has been massacred, that they will place curfew on Southern Kaduna, but the other rest of Kaduna will not be on curfew. And the terrorists will use the advantage of the curfew in Southern Kaduna to keep perpetrating their evil acts. So when Mr. El-Rufai talk, I don't take him serious. I don't even count his talk as all his political talk. And we don't need political talk this time around. We need an action, thorough based action that will bring peace to the country. So let him start the peace in Kaduna before talking about this bandit. The bandits are in Kaduna too. Has he been able to take care of those bandits? Has he been able to deal with those bandits in Kaduna? So the question is for him to answer.
How has the government handled those that have been proscribed terrorists? How has the government handled Boko Haram? Even you declare these people terrorists, are they going to still handle the situation?
Yeah, I saw Mr. Frank Uba the other day, arranging these people on media, on media space, showing us that these are the people, and those guys are confessing themselves that they partook in so bombing, they partook in so terrorist acts in so states, but the trial is what we need. This is the talk is becoming too cheap for me to be listening to, because you said you've identified all these terrorists, you've arrested some, put them on trial. Let us see them. The one that will be given firing squad, because he will kill by gun must die by gun. They should not escape that. These terrorists, they are saying you want to give amnesty, and that is why people are saying this government is full of nepotism, and ethnic nepotism, religion nepotism. So what we need is put all these people on ground. Let the whole Nigerians see them. These are the people that you could remember what they are going to do then. You will bring them if it is Abuja. If they can't get rid of them in Abuja, they should bring them to Babish, tie them up and fire them one by one. If you kill by sword, you must die by sword. If you kill by gun, you must die by gun. So let all these terrorists, let them be arranged. If they say they are going to blow all of them up, I support it. I support it to blow some of them that they've captured now, so that it will be a deterrent to any other terrorist that is on ground now. If you want to fight the battle sincerely. Don't start looking at favorism. Look at what this guy is going through. Look at what Kanu is going through now. And nevertheless, I still keep saying, Kanu ought to not have even come to Kenya at all, because Kenya derive majority of their revenue from Nigerian that flies their airline. And why should you not go to your enemies? I mean, then look at distance from Kenya to Nigeria. Why should you go to Kenya? Stay in Europe, man. You know they are looking for you. Stay in Europe. And that's what same problem Igboho is going through. You know, same problem, because these people are inflating Benin Republic government, maybe discussing on economic bilateral that the Benin Republic will benefit. Because I see no reason why Benin Republic should still be holding Igboho down, because he has not committed any crime, any serious crime in their country.
Okay, I don't want to suggest.
No, your suggestion is welcome.
I don't give my suggestion.
Suggestion is welcome.
Let's move on.
No, your suggestion is welcome.
How
please.
did Igboho enter into Benin Republic?
How did Igboho enter into Benin Republic? Now, what the Benin Republic are saying now that is Igboho contravene the immigration law of their country.
Is that a crime?
That's a crime for them. They are saying the passport.
You said Igboho did not commit any crime.
He did not commit any severe crime.
Severe crime.
Yes. So for him, it's a bailable offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bailable offense. The crime is a bailable. Then they will bail you. Then you start attending your courts. What's it called? Same thing as what is going on with Kanu. But what I still believe in the I give kudos to the women justice they are putting, the women judges they are putting on this people's trial now. Look at Iyanko, Murtala Iyanko. Muritala Iyanko, Justice Iyanko, Pinta Iyanko. We never succumb to federal government pressure. And I keep telling you, the case is trending towards Kanu favor. If they can, if Ejiofor can present his case very well in the court.
Pinta Iyanko's husband is
on trial. Is even on trial.
Iyanko's husband.
Yeah.
Is an APC chieftain.
Is one leg in, one leg out. APC is even maltreating her husband now. You know, when the APC government or any government in power, when you go above your boundary, when you go beyond your boundary, they will go and dust your case file. The one you committed or you did not commit, they will frame you up, dust the case file, just to hang you. That is what is happening to Iyanko now. That's Muritala Iyanko. Now the wife now, I give it to that woman for the boldness. It's now left for the firepower of the council of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, you know, as it is now, let Nnamdi Kanu appear in court. They should bring him to court and let the lawyers present the nailable evidence that they can use to nail the federal government on Nnamdi Kanu. The judge is there to give his neutrality judgments, because that judge give it to her again, and at the same time I give it to Justice Aguta. Aguta that enforced DSS to release the Igboho 4, the remaining Igboho 4, because when they clamp all of them into DSS cell without any trial, it was the Justice Aguta that ordered that they should provide all of them in court. Now they brought 8 of them, they brought 12 of them to court. There was a serious firepower from Fajen Bessi. That's the Igboho, the lawyer. Now they released 4. They released 8. They still kept the 4. And now they are not saying, why should you still keep the remaining 4? And the firepower started again. And the Justice Uguta has to use his power now to order them to bring the remaining 4 to court. And when they were brought to court, they finally freed them. You know, when you look at all this security apparatus in Nigeria, they do more than what their leader send them to do, or what the law permit them to do. And that same thing with police. That same thing with police. Police too are protesting, but they are protesting inside their station. They can't say it out. The country is not well for anybody. Look at them. Are they enjoying the country? So we now send you to go and arrest somebody. You now start using all your anger, all your frustration on your fellow human being, which is not. It's not right. It's not right. Because like what happened in Lekki yesterday, the NSAS issue, and I would say advise the NSAS movement. It does not end there. It does not stop there. Let's metamorphose the what's it called, NSAS movement into a party. Once we have the strength to protest yesterday, let's use the same strength to get ourselves hit and to get us to get the ground, to get ourselves going, politically. These are the people, they are not even up to the youth in population. The numerical strength is with the youth in voting. So we've done the needful of NSAS. Now the next thing is end bad government in Nigeria here. Well, we can do that through our unionism, through our, corporations, through our coming together to form a formidable party that we don't need anybody's money. Any one of them that want to encroach, chase them away. We don't need their money. Everybody is saying, but politics is all about money. How the NSAS movement went on nearly all the states of the federation. They did not get any money from any politician. They did not get any money from any other person. It was contributions among the well-being youths that organized all those feedings, everything over there, all those movements. But the youths now, they will think the protest in Lekki yesterday ends there. It shouldn't end there. The next thing is, the second stage is end bad government in Nigeria. Any government whatsoever. Because these people are still regrouping now against 2023. Because if you allow them to regroup and they still come back to power, any one of them come back to power, sorry, the struggle, the suffering continues. And I don't want to be part of the suffering of this next coming election. So everybody should wake up and keep vigilant on what is going on, political situation now. Because I still see some youth still following, this one must come, this one must come, that one must come. Let us organize ourselves. You are not born to be slave, you are born to rule likewise. So let us organize ourselves. All these guys, they were within our age, they were handling state government affairs, they were handling federal government affairs. So what are the youths? Are we come? Shall we follow them come this world? So we should wake up. Kudos to the NSAS movement yesterday. Kudos to the protest yesterday. But it doesn't stop there. It has to continue for us to liberate ourselves from the slavery to, to our right destinations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kule. Mr. Lucky here. Good morning. Edo no be Lagos. Edo no be Lagos. Good morning.
Edo no be Lagos. Yeah, my name is Lucky Eyaguna. Edo no be Lagos. Thank you, viewer. Thank you, everybody. And I can see all my brothers. They speak very well. I only contribute the one I know. That's the
Let's look at yesterday's protest. What's your assessment of yesterday's protest?
You see, we have to move forward. That's it. Because we still try, despite the warning by police and the federal government led by even Lai Mohammed. Always lie. Well, lie. If they want to give award for the whole world, they will give Lai Mohammed as the number one lie of the whole world. Lai Mohammed.
Number one
lie
of the whole world.
Yes, he will win award, even win the whole award. You know why? See that nobody was killed. Nobody was killed. That shame to CNN, shame to international.
He said nobody was killed at the 2020 Lekki toll gate protest. That is FG insists. That is Lai Mohammed.
Lai Mohammed
demands apologies from CNN.
For who?
Amnesty International.
My brother, let them release the video of Lekki. Let them release it. Why did they remove the camera? The camera when they want to shoot. Why did they find live bullet on ground? So when they moved from body cam, you saw the video by CNN. So CNN can never apologize. It's not possible. They are not NTA or AIT or China in Nigeria. See, even toll gate. Did you see the record that the Kaduna gave just 3 months? The killing of
9 months.
Nigerians
888.
without even toll gate. Let's even leave toll gate.
888 killed.
Let it
2000.
out of the world.
888 killed. 2,553 abducted in Kaduna within 9 months.
Above toll gate. There is killing toll gate. I don't know why Lai Mohammed should be telling lies. There is no killing, but I pray that it should happen to his family in the name of Jesus. That is the only thing. Yes, when you are denying, people die. You said they did not die. CNN are telling lies. My brother, we know federal government as a liar. We don't trust them. That's why we in Nigeria don't trust them. We don't trust this government. Instead of them to be apologizing to us, Lai Mohammed is denying. After 3 months, now he's coming out to tell the whole world that CNN should apologize to who? My brother, people were killed. They said they killed 12 people in Lekki toll gate. Why did they remove video camera? Why did they remove it? Let them bring that CCTV. Let them bring CCTV. If they bring CCTV, let's show it. The whole world, let them see it. We know them very well. That's why they allow Lai Mohammed. Let it go around. Protest yesterday was good. In Benin, in everywhere. That's why the warning by army, police, our few people still came out. But the problem of Nigeria is that fear. Nigeria is too fear. Yes, me, I am doing my own here every day. At least 5 times in a week.
Somebody is saying that.
My own, yeah.
Somebody said that this is not where the protest happened yesterday. The protest happened at Lekki.
Everybody cannot go to Lekki. Everybody cannot go to Lekki. At least there are some people in Benin, people in Sokoto, Abuja. But here we are doing our own over here. Everybody cannot go to Lekki. You know, we can't go to Lekki. We are doing our own here.
But David was in Lekki.
Yes. Everybody cannot go there. After all, I did my own yesterday morning. I'm still doing it today. Look, let me tell you something. Lucky is just only one day. But we do our own every day in a year. I mean, just in a year.
Yes.
Is it easy?
We've been protesting every day.
Let's go agree. There's no leader. Do you have leaders? There must be leader anything you are doing. If there's leader, they will coordinate. But here we have leaders. But in Lucky, no leader. That is why she said the government, they know that after today, tomorrow, after yesterday, they will go and relax. That's the only thing.
Okay.
So we should have leaders that lead us. We should have leaders in Lekki so that they can unite, not just one day. And today, every day we are here. Protest. That part of protest. Buhari and Osipa and Joe are not doing well. Let's say the truth. Allah Muhammad.
Okay.
Go ahead, my brother.
Kanu's absence in court will escalate another protest today. Agitation, lawyer is saying.
See, I always say that's why I like the Igbos. I love them because whether Kanu appear, they not appear every Monday, all Southeast but sit at home. And I pray, let the even Lagos, Abuja, and Kano, let them join them. So that government, you can see that you go to Southeast town. The governor too, every Monday sit at home. Everybody, government office, everything shut down. That is how it's supposed to be. That is a heavy protest. Not just the one you talk one day, everybody go home and sit down. But every Monday, people go for business in Southeast. Let it be somewhere in Lagos. Let it be somewhere in Abuja. Let it be somewhere in Kano. That's where only way Buhari will hear. If they did not bring Kano today, the message has been sent to federal government. Without even sending message, you can't go to Southeast now and do wedding or party, anything in Southeast. You can't hear it. Just by the police and Mopo, you can't hear it. Many of them don't wear the uniform there. You do understand? So I pray today for them to bring Kano. Let's see Kano. Our government always lie. Which charges are you amending? Which charges? Let me tell you, I believe Kano come by himself to Nigeria or to Kenya, let them arrest him. They can't kill him, but all I know is that our government are full of lies. This man should be released. Igboho too should be released. Holding Igboho in Benin is federal government, not Benin. Not Benin. Not, it's a terrible offense. By crossing border. Do you know how many people cross border every day in Benin?
Okay.
It's a terrible offense. It's the federal government holding Igboho. They want to hold them to finish 2023 election. They are holding them to finish 2023 election. That's why they are holding them. I'm telling you, not other thing. Not that Igboho commit offense or Kanu commit offense. They are holding them not to disturb 2023. That's the project. But Kanu must produce today. Let them produce it. Let the whole world see him. And let them ask questions they want to ask. If we defeat them, he goes school, he know how to read. I get to be even what. Let me tell you, DSS, the police you have, they don't go to school. They can't start with him. But what I'm saying is that to make peace for Southeast, they should release Nnamdi Kanu so that peace will begin Southeast. Nigerians, we are doing now. Yes, I don't know in Lagos. I'm telling you, we have been protesting here every day.
Updates on Yam
every
this
day.
morning. Updates on Yam this morning.
Not only Yam, everything have become everything in Nigeria. Let me tell you, I went to him for yesterday. Let me sorry. I went to him for yesterday. And in Nigeria, we have Minister of Works, Babatunde Fashola. We have Vice President Osibanjo. My brother, if you go to Songo is where you have a large business. That's a shame. It's a shame. And tomorrow, Fashola will tell you, Buhari walk. Just Songo Road. See, more than 4 trailers falling. People are walking with legs. It's a shame to the
This is a state
I don't know why.
President that
Yes.
produced vice president.
Imagine.
Why are they embarrassing us?
Big embarrassment.
It's
Tomorrow,
embarrassment,
they will
man.
tell you
That
Buhari
road are
walk,
too
Buhari
bad.
walk.
Okay.
Where is Mr. Obasanjo? You ruled this country for 8 years. Where is Osibanjo? Where is Fashola? Look at all those roads. Look at all those Ogun State or Songo roads.
You must agree that Nigeria is a first state.
It's a first state.
Thank God you are admitting the
It's
fact
not only fair, roughly under APC.
Okay, thank you very much,
Under APC.
Mr. Lucky.
Yes.
Mr. Raf.
Good morning.
Transvent.
My name is
I think I'll adopt a Spanish name. I don't know if you can suggest one Spanish name for me.
Spanish name.
Transvent is not a Spanish.
No, Tresvant is an American name. Ralph Tresvant.
Transvent.
Ralph Tresvant is one of the new edition boys that sing "Cool It Down," that kind of Candy Girl, with Bobby Brown, Rick Bell, Robert Devo, and Michael Bevins. They started in 1979, and they blow in the 90s when Bobby Brown became the best female vocalist in the world. He won it. 89-90, Bobby Brown. So, my name is Ralph Tresvant. I'm greeting all of you Nigerian diasporas. Here again, federal government is contemplating whether they will bring him out or not. I mean, MNK, Nnamdi Kanu, but I sound my warning. If Nigeria want to be in peace, if federal government want to eat or drink and drop cup, if federal government want to sleep and close their 2 eyes, I sound my warning. Come to the court with Nnamdi Kanu. He did nothing. He's an innocent person. You must produce him today. That is my warning. I'm greeting all of you, my brothers in diaspora. Please, Mr. Onochie, you are wonderful. Mr. Okechukwu, you live in UK. Emmanuel A. Green, you are wonderful. Taiwo Odulade, okay, let me call you AKA Ade, because you have been arguing online with Mario. Mario is saying that your name is not correct because Mario always stands on wrong side. Somebody like Jarek, you always Lucky. Always alleging that Lucky eats yam so much. And every Nigerians, we all eat yam. Now, let me tell you, MNK is coming to the court right now. This morning, it's going to happen. But failing to do so, he must, okay, he's already in court. Nnamdi is in court. Remember, a pastor prophesy here say, God will tell me, Nnamdi Kanu will not come to the court. A pastor, I told you, I don't say what God did not tell me. I follow my conscience after playing at the closet, praying at the closet. God would have revealed a lot of things to me, into my mind, but I won't come out and say, God is say. A pastor has failed in his prophecy. He said, Nnamdi Kanu, they won't bring him. They won't bring him. See, Kanu is out. So, let me tell you, today, we are going to define international law. We are going to debate today with the so-called AGF, houseboy, Malami, who is Nigeria Attorney General of the Federation. He has been claiming among the 7 car charges, the level of Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu said that that Buhari is an idiot. Okay, let's not broker this English. Idiot. You know the meaning of idiot? Okay, let us expatiate. Idiocy, that is another word. IDIOCY, not idiosyncrasy. Idiocy. Look at the behavior of that man called Mr. President. Does he behave like a sound man? Do you know the meaning of an idiot? An idiot can put his finger inside fire and say, be laughing. An idiot can match you leg. He cannot even say sorry. He go laugh with you. He don't match you and hurt you. An idiot can hurt himself. He doesn't even know. An idiot is somebody that doesn't know or have his right what? Reasoning, thinking faculty. An idiot will see you as an animal. Is among, what do you call them, that with spikes? Yes. You understand? It will stay among the species that have spikes all over there, but an idiot will see you coming as a human or as what, an enemy. It will just stay there, hide himself. It's not hiding anywhere because of those spikes. Meanwhile, you just pick it. You know, an idiot is somebody that is handling his job incompetently. An idiot is somebody that doesn't have sense. An idiot is somebody that will be hurting you and say, laughing you. He will just telling you, Nigerians, I assure you, Nigerians, we are on top of it. You're on top of it. People are dying. They kidnapped how many? Abducted how many in Kaduna yesterday? 30 were shot in Sokoto Market. 30 were killed in Niger State the other day. Many are killed in the Northeast, are being killed on daily basis. I assure you, Nigerians, I assure you, those killing you, I assure you, I am on the top of it. That is the meaning of idiocy. That's why he called the guy an embodiment of evil. Even he called him a terrorist. Many claims like that, and they are saying that they are labeling this thing him a terrorist because he invited this translating all this radio translator. He just imported it into Ihiala. He started a tram 50L, name of the station. In that station, in that case, is an act of terrorism. He has committed an act of terrorism. You know, this Oga Buhari. Be a pragmatist. Play a fatherly role to a small boy that has been taunting and denting your name over the months. For how many months now? Play a fatherly role. You senior him. You can give birth to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was born in 1967. Just imagine when the war was ravaging. The war was so much hard on us. Among his parents, the parents were among the Abians that carried all their load on the head, running for their what? For their lives in 1957. Imagine that small boy today. And we are busy fighting, Commander getting one around Onitsha and Ambo, even a Bagana. This man, small boy born that day, that very era, that was giving birth to that era, is now taunting, is now tormenting you. And you are being frightened always. Anytime now the camera comes to Nigeria, Buhari will fly to UK that day. Before you know it, it will come. Let me tell you, you must do the needful today. I can see that Nnamdi Kanu has come out. I tell you, he's not going back. I pray with the power in the blood of Jesus, Nnamdi Kanu is not going back there. You don't have any charges against him. All the charges you had against him are what? Fallacies. It's full of mistake. You guys are fallible. You committed the crime. You are culpable. Nnamdi Kanu isn't. You are the one that should go direct to detention there and spend all the days of your life there. You are telling me that somebody that has nothing, whose hand is nothing, soiled with blood, he didn't kill anybody, you are bringing him to court because you have such unequaled abhorrence, hatred for Igbo man. You are poor Igbo man so bad. Look at what you did to Chiwetalago, and he rubbished you because two of you asked him. The guys that represented you, Buhari, were your soldiers. He messed them, your soldiers. Your errand boy. Military men that don't have shame of their life. I tell you, whatever you do in this life must surely come back to your children, if not you direct. The Lord of retribution is waiting for all of you that has been suffering. Southern Nigerians has been suffering. Common men in Nigeria has been suffering. People that have little say, because you are in the authority, you think you can manage this place like your kitchen. I tell you, we are not your wives. Go back to Daura, where your wife is, and put your house in order. You are not competent to be Nigerian president. Now the Kanu must come out and come back today, so that everybody in the Southeast will have peace for one day. I told you, there is no peace because Nnamdi Kanu is being held there. If they release him, there will be peace.
Okay.
You know that?
Thank you.
I tell you, Uzodinma is coming to you. You thought that you're going to be in peace for your life. You stole a verdict, mandate that belonged to your brother, through Supreme Court. You used the Fulani herdsman. The herdsman, I mean, was who? Abba Kyari. Where is Abba Kyari now? He that swallows Udala seed. They don't even consider the shape of the anus. They take as many as they like. But on getting to the toilets, you will hear them, what? Screaming. Do you understand? To excrete what? Those seeds in their own anus. That's why don't take more than you can chew. But I'm telling you, they have taken more than they could chew. There was earlier warning that you should not allow these guys to pick arms. Stop killing Mazob. Stop killing IPOB. Stop killing the youth. Now they are using arms there. And what are they? We don't know. They are not even IPOB. The unknown gunmen is it. IPOB is not carrying gun. They are not hurting anybody. So you should allow Nnamdi Kanu to be. Enter Sambisa Forest. Arrest the spirit called Chekrao. He died today. Next tomorrow they say he's not dead. He's alive. I tell you, go and hunt down the bandits. The one who invited in 2015 to help you, to assist you to us school. Jonathan, you succeeded by using the generals. The coup of the generals is what I target or term it. They are the one that hosted Jonathan for you. You imported the bandits from the Sahel countries to help you fight Igbo man, fight Yoruba man, kill Ijo man, kill Yoruba man, kill Efik man. Are you the only person that exists in Nigeria? Releasing that. None is out.
Okay, thank you very much. I have Mr. David this morning. Very well spoken by Mr. Charles Trasvant, which.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian.
Mr. David, good morning.
A wonderful morning to you and our viewers by here in Nigeria and in diaspora.
Okay. What was your experience yesterday at the protest? I heard you were live at the protest.
I was looking for you, but you're nowhere to be found.
No,
I got to the Benin protest very late, around 12:30. Yeah, and then as at 12:30, the posters was still heavy. And then as that I joined the protest, not until 2:30 when the CP came and dispersed and was shooting the tear gas. I was as at 2:30 on board. Even Faust that came to join us and Mr. Macaroni and Co.
They asked you, have you eaten? Have you eaten?
I've eaten.
He has eaten, he has not eaten. Okay, let's continue. They asked, have you eaten?
I've not eaten.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
So as at 2:30, the CPO police came and dispersed us, and then that was when me and my friends, we had to board the vehicle. We came. We brought to Lekki. We had to come. Although it was peaceful as at then, but it was when the CP came and just dispersed us. And then I want to use this medium to appeal to Nigerian police. They should stop taking sides. The files asked a policeman yesterday one question. After your retirement, do you have a retirement plan? This government that is asking you to harass innocent citizens, do they have plan for you? The policeman could not say anything. That was the same question Fast asked him. Do you have a retirement plan? He could not answer the question. You know, Fast now asked him one-on-one when he was trying to harass who the protesters. Fast walked up to him and said, leave these people, let them exercise their civil rights. Now he said that was the order given to him, and Fast asked him now, so after your retirement plan, after your retirement, do you have a plan? He did not say anything. Imagine this country we find ourselves, but thank God I had to go out there to fulfill all righteousness just to join the protest. I'm so very much happy, and I thank God I'm very much alive.
The conduct of the police was okay.
It was not okay. It was not okay. It was not okay. I totally condemned it. Why would they ask us to just, if you see the way we're being caged, just one-sided, with one-sided, outside the time, they were even giving us time for us. We should not exceed 2:30. Why would they allocate time to us? They said that was the order given to them by the state government. They said we should not exceed 2:30. As at 2:30, they came and started shooting their tear gas. That was when the CP and Co. Army came to yesterday. Dispersed us. It was not okay. It was not okay. For a public agency, it is not okay.
Okay.
I totally condemn that.
This psychiatric drug test mandatory for security men.
That's not something we should be talking about now. I think there are better headlines we should deal. Sorry, there are better things we should talk, because I don't want to join issues with the Nigerian security. Even if there is drug test or not drug test, these people are just what, inhuman. These people are just monsters. They're just monsters in power. So no matter how drug tests they will take, these people are just there. So I believe the city of Lagos State need to be sanctioned for the act.
Yes, Akim.
CP Odumosu, Akim Odumosu, I condemn his what? I condemn his act yesterday. He did not even give us fair. He did not even give us the free hearing, the fair for us to come out and what protest. We were being caged. See the way some persons were being what manhandled along the protest. So you can see, but I kudos to brave youths that came out yesterday. Despite the what every security, we had to defy them. But now the time that was allocated to us was just too short.
Okay.
How will you tell us for us to stop protesting around 2:30 p.m.? That's too bad.
Okay, Kanu's absence in court will escalate protests.
Kanu.
It seems currently, although there's no information that he is in court, like what the rapper said, but you look at his absence, instigating another protest.
Kanu absence in court will bring more danger to Nigeria entity or to Nigeria unity. Why? You see, the reason is, why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? On what basis? On what ground? Fine, you've held him. Let him appear in court. That's how I said Kanu has the right to fair hearing. Is the federal government afraid of Nnamdi Kanu? If you are holding him, that means you are holding him wrongfully. That is what illegal detention. If Kanu cannot appear in court, if you deprive him of the fundamental human rights, take him to court. He has right to fair hearing. Let Kanu go to court. Whatever evidence you have against him, then present it in court. You cannot present evidence on the pages of newspaper, on the media. Is that chief judge on the media? Is that chief judge on the newspaper? Where the chief judge work? Is it not in court? Then let your evidence, take them to court. Let the chief judge let the chief judge file it as what evidence. The evidence you keep coming out on the pages of newspaper, giving Nnamdi Kanu 7 count charges on the dailies, going to the media, Kanu 7 count charges has been filed to him. If you know all these things, take it to the courtroom. Don't come and tell us in the media. Stop telling us on the paper. 7 count charges against Kanu, 12 count charges against Kanu. Fine. You have the count charges against him. But why don't you do the needful? Bring Kanu to court, and then this your evidence, this your count charges. Present it to the chief judge or to the judge in charge of Kanu's case. Not you telling us every day, paper, 7 Lai Mohammed, 12 count charge, 18 count charges. Every day count charges. Carry Kanu go court. Present your count charges against Kanu. So what are the essence? Are they scared? If truly you have and what evidence to nail him, not all this audio evidence. So let Kanu appear in court. Kanu too has his own evidence. Kanu too has his own lawyers. Take Kanu to court and let Kanu be given fair hearing. Yes, it's not. I don't believe in all this audio 7 count charges. I think the federal government they are a bit scared because there's chances of them losing out.
Okay.
There's chances of them losing out.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. David.
Thank you for having me.
So that we will allow people to go and watch the procession. I think they're about to start this morning. Okay, we have come to the end of Bystanders and Newsstand this morning. Currently, the court session is live. In Abuja High Court session is live, and we're expecting Nnamdi Kanu to be arraigned or to arrive the court today. All eyes on Nnamdi Kanu's trial this morning. I'm Christian Chuku on this wonderful edition of the program. Thank you for watching this morning. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Ifeanyi, and also big thank you to boss Flip TV the other colleague. You can reach us on Facebook, it47 on Facebook, and also on Instagram, Flip TV NG on Instagram, Flip TV NG. If you want to reach me, also you can reach me on Facebook, Christian Chuku, as we have more updates and information. Thank you very much as we meet same place, same time tomorrow by God's grace.